It's amazing how amid the beauty in life, thorns are present. Whenever there's something beautiful, there's a backside of it. You can go to a fine restaurant, and while the dining area is beautiful, well ordered, all of the flatware is put in place, all of the stemware is beautifully arranged on the table, the linen cloths are there, the dim lighting is there. But then back in the kitchen, there's chaos. Isn't it amazing? The sound of metal hitting different kinds of things. A utensil falls on the floor. The chaos of the wrong order being put in or brought out. And yet, while you're sitting patiently in the dining room as beautiful music plays, under dim lights, sometimes candles, linen, all of the beauty and the peace and the calm that's in the dining room is not a reflection of the chaos that's happening in the kitchen. And so while something beautiful is happening in one area, there's something that's totally chaotic in another place. And you can show up at work and everything seems beautiful sometimes. And they don't know the hell that you just left from home. And sometimes there is the beauty that exists amid the ugly, the trying, the difficult. And this is why the words of Khalil Gibran said that the optimist sees the rose and not its thorn. The pessimist stares at the thorns, oblivious to the rose. And this tells us that what you experience in life oftentimes is dependent on where your focus is. Because optimistic people are going to see the rose amid the thorns, and the pessimist only sees the thorns, and they live their life oblivious to the beauty of the rose. It's amazing. But the beauty of the rose comes with the potential of the pain of the thorn that is in close proximity to the rose. You don't get roses without thorns. They coexist. And yet we live in a world that is marred by brokenness, marred by cruelty, marred by injustice. And yet woven through all of the darkness of all of the unexpected things that happen in the world are beautiful threads of beauty, just like gold in cracked pottery. God makes all things beautiful in their time. And this is the way that I really honestly feel, is that beauty is all around us. So don't let the presence of problems distract you from the awe-inspiring power of beauty in our world. There is beauty in the world. Seek it out. Ask God for eyes to be able to see the beauty that's in the world, and don't be distracted by the problems, the thorns of life. Focus on God, not the storm. Focus on God, not the stress. Focus on God, not the struggle. Focus on God, not all of the chaos that's happening in the world. Put your focus on God. Why do I say that? It is because your outlook determines your outcome. Your outlook determines your outcome. Take a look at this little meme. Look at that. So much of our happiness depends on how we choose to look at the world. You see one man that's looking on the sunny side. He's looking out of his window, and the other man, gloomy, looking at the dark side of the mountains, seeing this problem area of life. Nobody is stopping him from crossing the aisle and going and sitting on the bright side. He's choosing to see the dark side and the hard stuff in life instead of the light, instead of the beauty. And so much of our happiness depends on how we choose to look at the world. In the ugliest of situations, there is beauty somewhere lurking around. Search it out and find it, because beauty exists. God makes all things beautiful in their time. And so beauty and evil have a way of being able to coexist, just like wildflowers can push up through the concrete that's on the ground. You'll be amazed how the greenery of grass can push its way up through asphalt. That the beauty of nature is coming through no matter what we try to put over it. You can cover it for a season, but the beauty is going to come up and it's going to come out. Love is present even in the face of death, because love doesn't flee from death. When you know that there's somebody that you love is dying, you don't run away from them. Love leans in. Love says, I'm here. Love will hold their hands while they're slipping into glory. It is amazing. You might be afraid of people that you don't know as they are dying, but people that you know, love allows you to be able to lean in. Love can look death in the face and still appreciate the beauty of the human spirit, the beauty of life, the beauty of the grace and the mercies of God that have been manifested through that person's life down through the years. The beauty of being able to say, Lord, I thank you for my journey. I thank you for my journey. I thank you for my journey. And let me just tell you this. The greatest lessons of life are not learned in a course. They are learned on a course. And the things that have taught me the most potent lessons of my life were never pleasant experiences. You learn the most valuable lessons of your life through unpleasant, uncomfortable experience. And I think that God allows the unpleasantness and the discomfort of the things that we experience happen is so we don't forget them. You forget sweet stuff, all of the nice days, but the days that'll stick out was the day that all hell broke loose. But the most valuable lessons of your life are not learned in a course, they are learned on a course. And this is the danger sometimes of becoming overly dependent on technology, because you'll ask AI a hard question and it'll spit the answer out to you without ever taking you on the journey. And maybe, just maybe, in your journey of searching for the right thing, maybe God didn't mean for everything to be conveniently served up to you, because there are some things you need to journey out and experience. Maybe you need to go to this place and to that place because there's somebody there that needs to see your face and hear a word of testimony that could come out of your life. Maybe there are people that God has planted in the places where they carry the wisdom and experience, and it's not so much even sometimes your need to receive it as it is their need to give it. And sometimes the journey is designed by God Himself in such a way that human beings, when we come into interaction with each other, that we can bless the Lord. So thank God for artificial intelligence and for all of the things, that the tools that we have. It's a tool. Don't fall in love with a shovel. Know how to use the shovel and the hammer and the screwdriver, but don't fall in love with it. And understand that there are some things, the greatest lessons that I will ever have is when I see kindness in another human heart. Where I see somebody who has gone through hell and high water and it didn't break them, and they still love God even though bad things happen. It began to say, baby, you can make it even when injustice has happened to you. Don't give up on your faith and assume that God is irrelevant to you. God is very much relevant, and He's designed you for people, and He's designed people for you. And He's hidden them as gems on the journey. So don't try to take a shortcut to get an answer at the back of the book. When you learn to work through the problem, and it builds character in you, and it builds a confidence in you and an assurance in you that I know how to do this because I've dealt with trouble before. And the same God that brought me out of that will bring me out of this. And that's the awesomeness of the kind of God that we serve today. And we love him and we bless him and we honor him. Romans chapter 12 and verse 21 says this: don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good. There are a lot of evil people in this world, but don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good. Keep on doing good. Listen, keep on doing good even when other people are resolved to do bad. Don't let the bad and the ugliness in other people stop the beauty from